Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now it's Gurley. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Tackled at the 25-yard.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 10.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 77 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff Richter to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, you can see what the hope is on 3rd down there is that he can make the catch, turn upfield in one motion, and pick up the 1st down. But how about that coverage? Absolutely terrific. He doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run. It's Gurley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 1st down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 9 now. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Brown breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Todd Gurley.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
A loss of 4 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Third and long, it's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double. And the pressure gets to him again. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson, deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Looking downfield for Jones, and this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. try and push it in with Gurley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First down, Panthers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Open man is Samuel, complete.
Wilson's pass.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 43-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw again is Wilson. Looking downfield for Godwin. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Wilson's pass intercepted. The
final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Wilson on 1st down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 76 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
On the carry.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
A quick pass here to Godwin. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Marquise Goodwin. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Falcons take over first and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Check 50. See what you got. 0-0, Mike 3. Get that quarterback. Mike 3.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 7.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, second and 2. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carroll, 4th of the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
The score, Falcons 24, Panthers 21.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 57 yards.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Good. Makes the score Falcons 31. Panthers.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he goes out right around the 39. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Wilson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Goodwin able to haul it in. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquise Goodwin, 61 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
That's out to the left and complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 6 at the Panthers' 46-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Give him 28 yards on that one. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game.
The Falcons field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.